You're going to introduce yourself and your movie to this camera. John's going to to that one. Then you ask each other questions.
Cool.
Okay.
You go first.
I was gonna say you go
No, you
first
go
because I
first.
don't remember.
Okay. You don't remember your film? You don't remember your film?
I'm Jordan Fernandez.
Other camera.
Oh, sorry. I'm Jordan Fernandez.
Hi, my name is Josh Stevie.
Hi, I'm John Nasandrea.
Hello, my name is Omar Preciado.
Hey, I'm Jake Santiago Melchiori.
My name is Abigail Semenek. You can call me Abby.
My name is Scott Curtin.
Hi, my name is Julia.
My name is Miguel.
Hello, my name is Margaret Renner.
My name is Amber Buckley.
My name is Jane Hilkiopoulos.
How's it going? I'm Chris Senzak Jr.
I'm Christian Price.
Hello, I'm Matthew Barbosa.
My name is Ryan Mitchell.
My thesis project was titled Anything You Want, and on the project I was mainly the director, but I was also the producer and the writer of it.
My film is finally free. I was the director, co-producer, and co-writer.
My project is Checkmate. I am the producer, director, and director of photography.
I'm the director for Dead End.
And the director and writer of Beyond the Deli Door.
I am the writer and director of The New Dawn.
My film is Finding the Forgotten.
I am the DP for The New Dawn.
My senior thesis is called Martini.
I'm the director, writer, and star of Being on Stage.
The director and writer for Red Handed, my thesis film.
Director and producer of Final Notice.
I'm going to be working on, or at least I will end up having worked on, The Crimson Switchblade, A New Dawn, Martini, A Dead End, Final Notice, and there might be a few of which I forget at the moment. I apologize to any directors who have taken offense to this.
I wouldn't say it's like one, but definitely getting to know the people within the department.
I will say that like I changed a lot as a person, and that's really due to the people I've met.
Really, any senior thesis that I've worked on, they're a lot of fun. You meet a lot of people. You learn the most on the senior thesis films.
I would say it's the people, really, because like you can say like, oh man, you know, this film was great, and I enjoyed it and whatnot. But I think it's more the experience that I had with the people on set.
My favorite memory from the 4 years I've been here is definitely creating my senior thesis. It's just accumulation of all the people that have touched my heart along the way, and just creating it has just filled me so much with joy.
One of my favorite memories from the last 4 years working on like sets and stuff would definitely be the MFA program. It's so hands-on, it's so much fun. I got to work with professional DPs and be camera assistants there, got me my IMDb page, and I just got to make really cool films, and it like wasn't stressful like a class sometimes is. It was just fun, and everyone loved film and wanted to be there, so it was a lot of fun.
I mean, Checkmate hasn't started yet, but I have really enjoyed like the pre-planning process, and also like I've been getting interested in casting a little bit, so I think, and that's what I'm doing for Checkmate, so I feel like that was like a really good introduction. But I'd also say Omar's thesis, The New Dawn, because it was just like, it was such a community. Everybody was so like, I mean, obviously took it seriously, but it was really fun like being a part of that whole crew.
I'm gonna go with the one I worked on my freshman year, Boo, just because it was a really good introduction to things, and I got into Boo because I met the director, who ended up introducing me to a whole lot of people that heavily affected my FDU career as a whole, not just in terms of film, but in terms of everything I did outside of that as well. And just the set experience itself was a lot of fun for several reasons, whether it be my first introduction into a level of professional filmmaking, or my first introduction to some people that I would hang out with in my college career, or a big variety of different things.
I would say probably Omar's thesis, because I find it really interesting that he wanted to do a vigilante story, and I'm kind of a sucker for that. So I just wanted to see how he would do this and make it work. And there's like a lot of things that were going on set that I found pretty exciting, with all the action going on. And I would love to see a lot of that more here on campus, because I don't think we've ever had anything else here, especially when I was working on these projects. So I guess that was a little bit fun to see and experience.
I would say the crematorium was my favorite set, because Jose is really, I hope he keeps making horror stuff, because horror filmmaking gets a bad rap, I think rightly so. I love horror, but it rightly so gets a bad rap for many cases. because it is really cheap, and because it's so cheap, that creates a lot of like laziness in the filmmaking aspect. But Jose was so, like, we had very limited crew, very limited equipment, and he was able to still like utilize a great location and a really fun, simple story. He made a really effective horror movie.
Biggest takeaway from my time here is, David Landau said of the first semester in my cinematic storytelling class, college is about you becoming an adult. It's about you sort of becoming someone who not just makes decisions, but puts up with a lot of stuff you don't want to put up with. And I feel like all of these semesters at university and stuff like that, at this university, I've learned to accept things more, and I've learned to just sort of understand that not everything is going to go your way, and there's always going to be something you have to do, or some things that you want to do that you can't do, and you have to just choose certain things, and you have to get out of your comfort zone. And that's sort of been the message I've been able to take away every semester. I've learned to sort of cope with that and take the good with the bad, really.
It's not just the director that's the reason the film is made or why the film is so good. From what I've learned from my experience throughout the school and with all the other students and professors, is that there's such a collaborative effort with every department involved that it's hard to just say that the director is the reason, like the only reason a movie is the way it is, because it's not. There were so many times where I was writing or when I was directing, and an idea would pop up from my cinematographer or from my production designer or from my gaffer or someone in the sound department, and they would tell me an alternative that they had for a specific story element aspect, and it completely changed how the story was told and the way in a better way.
Always try. Always try on every single opportunity that you can sustainably get your hands on. It's pretty much the only way where you can let experience be the teacher during your time here at FDU or in the future, however far along you may get. Experience is always going to be your number one teacher. So is failure, but experience most of all.